How's it going, everybody? After a lot of people expressed some interest both here and on TikTok about something else that I showed off to you a little while ago, I decided to finally show you this. This is a 1986 issue of the magazine Lemon People. It is one of 3 issues that I personally own. It was a hentai subscription magazine that focused on, as some of you will already be able to infer, lolicon content. And up until the 2010s, Lemon People was the longest-running magazine of its kind. It ran from 1982 until its final issue came out in 1998. Ultimately, the magazine failed due to lower subscriptions, format changes to like a B5 size paper, and they were trying to cut down the price to make it a little bit more appealing, and some, as you might be able to expect, some cultural shifts in popular opinion. Lemon People is important for a couple different reasons. First is going back to the development of the lolicon genre. Unlike how a lot of people tend to be introduced to lolicon modernly, a lot of the content that was contained in Lemon People that kind of represented the OG crowd for this particular story device was focused a lot on absurdist narratives, on satire, on parody. And when you look at a lot of the content that came out in Lemon People, you can see the seeds of what we later got in the form of moe, fan service, of things like the Gynax girl, just silly, irreverent stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely stuff in here that I'm not interested in showing you, even if YouTube would let that happen, which it definitely, no. But you know, I gotta say, it's interesting to see the continuation in the historiography of published comics in Japan, of Nazi iconography, because I'm kind of tickled that Adolf Hitler appears as a character in this particular story, in a context that at least amused me. Not everyone appreciates that mainstream creators frequently dived into the realm of Arrow material, so as far as what kind of people wrote for Lemon People, there's a bunch of different names that you could probably pull out of your hat, a lot of them more obscure than others. You have, of course, people like Hideo Azuma, who is considered the father of modern lolicon, in addition to being a very widely accepted mainstream creator in other ways. You have Fumio Nakajima. His stories led to the creation of the first hentai, Lolita Anime, which I talked about in another video. But you also have names like Shun Ajima, who is the co-founder of Comiket, names like Hurricane Ryu, and even female creators like Narumi Kakinochi. And one other interesting tidbit is something that is in no way a settled matter. And since someone on TikTok asked about it specifically, I thought I would like to include it. This might be the ultimate inspiration for the term lemon in fanfiction. Now, I know that a lot of you are far beyond the point where fanfictions were like the way of fandom. But fanfiction used to feature heavily in the American otaku world, and in particular, there was nothing more quintessential than the slash fiction and lemons, as well as lime and the less commonly referred to grapefruit, levels of spicy content. There's other competitors slash contributors to where that term might have ultimately originated, including the hentai series Cream Lemon, but this is one of the earliest examples of the citrusy term being used in association with this type of content. If you haven't figured it out by now, I am a collector of very interesting items, in particular those that go into fandom history and especially hentai history and erotic content development. So, that's my copy of Lemon People. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.